Hello friends, welcome. Itai here, first officer on this flight. We are in the old Hong Kong Kai Tak airport, about to start this El Al flight number 74 from Hong Kong back to Ben Gurion on the beautiful Felis 747-200. Everything's been done, the airplane is fully loaded, passengers are here, they're sitting down. We just waited to close the doors till you guys came in here, but since you guys are here, we can give them the okay to close. And the only thing I didn't do is brief the departure because I've been waiting for you guys to do that. Now, all that being said, if you've seen someone prepare the Felis for departure for a million times already, and this is the millionth and one time for you. You guys are welcome to skip ahead. I'm gonna do the briefing now, then prepare for start and taxi and all that stuff. You guys are welcome to skip ahead to the takeoff. I'll try to remember to mark it in the video as well. Otherwise, you guys are welcome to tag along. Let's jump in. Alright, we are good to close. And in that being said, let's connect.
Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Let's have him connect.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
In the meantime. These can drive away.
Cabin crew, arm slides.
All doors are closed and armed.
Alright, thank you. We close the doors. Door here is closed as well. And we'll do this for now. Nope, not yet. We'll just brief first. Okay, so in that case, let's talk about the departure. We are in Hong Kong.
Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Patrick, go ahead and stand by. We're briefing here. We are in gate 28 here in Kai Tak. Should be pushing tail north on Delta 1, then Bravo 1. I think it's marked Bravo 2 in the sim here, to full length runway 13 takeoff. Excuse me. We're taking off on Beckel 1 departure. Let's see. Yep. Sorry about that. Beckel 1 departure. From Kai Tak, runway 13, we will intercept radial 136 to Tatung point 115.5. That's tuned and oh, it's not 115.5. I thought it was tuned and identified on my side. I guess I forgot about that. Good. So it's tuned and identified on my side. On radial 136 until Lima, which is DME 15 of India Hotel Kilo, which is set and identified on the left side, where we're gonna turn all the way to 302 to Beckel. Initial altitude is 7,000, which is set. Cross Lima at a maximum 7,000. We'll maintain 7,000 until Juliet, unless we're cleared by ATC to cross. To climb further, and cross Beckel at flight level 118, which is 3,600 meters, with transition altitude of 9,000. MSA, so on the departure, it's 4,300, and after the VOR turns to 3,000. We have initially 7,000. Let's see. We got flaps 20 takeoff 159. 168 and 177 with minimum clean speed of 277. Heading is set. Step trim is 6.99 degrees. It's a no D-rate departure with packs off takeoff. If we have any trouble on the runway, I will call stop, retard all throttles, make sure speed brakes are extended, and press the brakes. There is no RTO function in this auto brake, and I will deploy the thrust reversers. If it's above 80 knots below V1, we will only stop for wind shear, fire, engine failure, or airplane unsafe to fly. Above V1, we'll stop for nothing. We'll continue on the radial and request vectors. The weather is wind is 200 at 15, I believe, and visibility is 5,500 meters, which is just above the minimums to come back for the IGS runway 13 here in Hong Kong, Kai Tak. That is pretty much it. Very challenging departure. We're gonna use NADP 1 takeoff, except we will not reduce to climb thrust at 1,500. We will do everything at 3,000. So climb on the radial. At 3,000, I will start accelerating, and turning to flaps 5, I will then reduce to climb thrust. Any questions at all? Fantastic, in that case. Let's just request, hey, ground from cockpit. Are we clear to pressurize hydraulics? Fantastic. Here we go. Here it goes. With only one pack on, that's fine. We're already on the APU, and in that case, the 4-star checklist.
Before start checklist, please. Gear lever and lights. Down and check. Brakes. Parked. Start levers. Off. Radios. On and check. Flight control hydraulic power. On. INS. Check and nav. Compasses. Slaved. Window heat. On. Seatbelts and no smoking. On. Emergency lights. Armed. Exterior lights. Check. Flight instruments. Check. Altimeters and clocks. 1018. Set and cross-check. Radio INS switches. Radio. Radar and transponder. Standby. Indicator lights. Check. Engine and wing anti-ice. Off. Stall warning. Check. Mach airspeed warning. Check. Auto brakes. Check and off. Body gear steering. Arm. Anti-skid. On. Autopilot and flight director. Check and off. Takeoff warning. Check. Autoflight enunciators. Check. GPWS. Hold on.
I was sure I checked it. I guess not.
Check. Pull up. Instrument warning. Check. Flight director computer selectors. Check. Instrument source selectors. Normal. Reserve brake valve. Closed. Spoilers. Down. Static selectors. Normal. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. Brake pressure. Check. Stabilizer trim. Check and on. Rudder and aileron trim. Check. Checklist completed.
Alright. For start checklist, flight engineer.
Battery. On. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 3,4,3,6,2,2 pounds. Fuel panel. Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls. Check and set. Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer. Wait.
Okay, it wants us on go around. We don't want it on go around. We're good with EPR and takeoff dry. So we'll check it.
Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Check and set. Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Hydraulic panel. Wait.
Okay, I'm happy with this configuration.
Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs. Wait.
Again,
Checklist
happy with
completed.
this configuration. So in that case, ground, allow 7-4 heavy, gate 28, ready to push. Okay, clear to push tail north. Allow 7-4 heavy.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, guys.
Parking brake
Parking
released.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Alright. We'll start engines in sequence 4, 1, 2, 3.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Start engine 4.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off. Engine stabilized.
Okay, start engine 1.
Starting engine 1.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Fuel on.
Start engine 2.
Starting engine 2.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set
Starter
your
off.
parking brake.
Engine stabilized.
Okay guys, parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Start engine number 3.
Starting engine 3.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Fuel on.
Starter off. Engine stabilized.
Alright.
And we're disconnected. Signaling pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright guys, we'll look for you on the right side. Thanks for the push and see you next time. Bye bye. Let's look for them here. Here we go, we have the signal on the right and the pin. General 1, 2, 3, 4 all look good. And APU has done its duty for us today. Okay, 6.9 on the trim. It is within the green band. And flaps 20. Flight control check. Pull up. Center. Pull down. Center. Pull left. Center. Pull right. Center. Rudder. Pull left. Center. Pull right. Center. In that case, oh, one thing I always forget. Needs to be the answer for what did I forget. It's probably gonna be aft cargo heat, most likely. Okay, in that case, after start checklist.
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine anti-ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Fantastic, let's also do taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Check.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seat belts and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seat belts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Alright, in that case, Hong Kong ground, El Al 74 heavy ready to taxi. Okay, taxi Bravo 1, Delta 1, Bravo 1, Alpha 1, runway 13, El Al 74 heavy. Okay, as briefed. Clear left side, clear right.
Parking brake released.
Cabin ready.
Thank you very much. About 2 minutes to take off. Clear left, clear right. Clear for takeoff, runway 13, Beckel 1 Alpha, El Al 74 heavy. Okay.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
Transponder.
Check.
Ignition.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Damn.
Okay, we'll skip it. We'll do it on the runway.
Pack valves. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Thank you. And clear left, clear for takeoff. Very reduced visibility today. Kind of a hazy day here in Hong Kong, which is not that uncommon, to be honest. Clear right on the approach sector. Lights are on. I'm going to turn this chrono already on. runway 13, clear for takeoff. Alright. Body gear steering is set. We are officially ready for departure. Compasses, clocks, takeoff.
Stabilized.
Set thrust.
Thrust set.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Gears up.
Autopilot on. IAS. And we're tracking inbound the DME, and I see we don't have DME 1. So we'll just define our turn as DME 7 on the outbound of this VOR. Still maintaining the speed and takeoff configuration until 3000. Over the station. Hong Kong departure. Hello, LL74 Heavy, 3000 climbing 7000 Beckel 1 Alpha. Climb and maintain 10,000 LL74 Heavy. Here's 3000 vertical speed, 1000. We'll do even less. Target speed is 277. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
We pass the station, we can intercept the radial, outbound. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
And we'll set climb power. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Here's 7 DME. Heading all the way to 302. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
IAS. We'll wait with this a little bit. (302) on the heading. We'll go waypoint change 0 to 1. Now where would it take us? Remote. Waypoint change 0 to 1, insert, and INS. Cancel bell. We'll get the EPR on here. APU Fire. APU Fire. Immediate action items. APU Fire shut-off handle. Pull. Pull. Fire bottle discharge button. Push. Push. Immediate actions item complete. No further items. Okay, so what did we have? We had APU fire. Fire is extinguished. I suggest we will. Fire is extinguished, but the APU should have been off for a while now. So since we know that much, it should not be. Of course, it shouldn't be on fire, but something is seriously wrong there. I suggest we will come back to land in Kaitak. If you guys agree, I will. The passengers should already be seated because they were just seated for takeoff. So we'll just talk to them about that. We'll just talk to the. We'll make a PA about that.
Now's the level off.
and we'll declare the emergency to ATC. Do you agree? All right, good. 9 for 10,000. Let's switch to speed mode. Departure, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. LL 7 for heavy. We had APU Fire. The fire has been extinguished. We would like to return back to land in Kaitak on the IGS runway 13. We have 351 souls on board and 331.2 thousand pounds of fuel. Okay, what we will do, we will make a wide right turn all the way to the VOR. And let's descend to 8,000. Then we'll get the performance, and then we'll set up the approach. From sim. Everything here is set up correctly. Let's see. VRF 30, it says 178. The limit for flaps 30 is 180. So we'll take flaps 25, which gives us a lot more in the limits. Flaps 25 limit is 205. So that's what we'll do. We'll take flaps 25 landing. Is quite odd. Anyway, we'll set these. We'll take this VRF 173 while we limit our bank to I don't know, it doesn't seem right. We'll just take 188 as a reapproach. And we'll take auto brakes max. We are fully expecting it's an overweight landing, but I don't think we should wait any longer with the approach, and we'll just take the overweight landing. We have the performance for that. Okay, let's slow down. The limit for flaps 1 is 275 or 277. Let's slow down. Minimum cleared is 173, minimum flaps 1 is 253. Okay. Flaps 1.
Flap.
From previous experience, I know that the Cheng Chow VR is not working. You can even go flaps 5. We're going straight ahead, so we can slow down. 2, 3, 3, flaps 5.
Flap.
Alright, so Cheng Chow. So what we will do, we will intercept the Tatung Point VOR 270 radio.
Glide slope alive.
and that's gonna help us. And until we're gonna do that until we can have the DME 7 as well. So until we are exactly a beam shallow 1 NDB, then turn 045 to intercept. We can probably start turning already. Oh, we're way too slow. So we need 268. And let's identify this one. That's a good identification. And we need 111.9. 111 course 088. Oh. We need to intercept the radial out of here. And let's identify it. Okay, identified. Make a quick announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, first officer speaking. On takeoff, we had a fire warning on the aft, on the very back side of the airplane. The fire indication is gone away. Whether it's extinguished or just it was an indication problem all along. Anyway, we don't take any chances with safety, and so we will come back to land in Hong Kong. Should be on the ground in just about 10 minutes. Thanks for your patience, and on the ground we'll have further explanations for you. Thank you. Alright, so we have the NDB 268. That's set and identified. We have the localizer identified on here. We are on the radial 270, so once we turn, we will identify it on the other one. We are already flaps 5. Let's brief real quick. Instrument guidance system runway 13 in Kaitak. We are on the 270 until a beam shallow 1, then turn 045 to intercept 088 with 111.9 as the final approach course. And let's see, the minimums are 660 MSA as discussed earlier. We got 4,300 on the approach, and then later on is 3,000. If we go missed, continue on the localizer, climbing to 4,500 at the middle marker or 2.2 from Kilo Lima. Turn right to intercept an established Tango Hotel VOR radial 315 and join the Tango Hotel holding pattern. So pretty much similar to our SID from before. Missed approach turn is based on 15 degrees of bank, 1.5 per second rate turn, an average speed of 180 knots while turning. Missed approach is mandatory to maintain terrain clearance. Special things, it's a flaps 25 with auto brake max. We're expecting brake over temp on landing, and excuse me, and we're gonna ask for the fire brigade to wait for us on the runway if they're already not there, just to verify that the fire is extinguished. Any questions? Fantastic. Let's do after takeoff checklist followed by approach checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever. Off. Landing and logo lights.
Hold on.
We will check it.
Ignition.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking sign.
Check.
Pack valves. Open. Fuel heat. Wait.
We will check it.
After takeoff checklist completed.
And the Center Pro checklist.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Maximum.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Spoilers.
Armed.
Altimeters.
1018. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Off. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
Alright. I want to get flaps 10. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
4,500 set. We're descending. Now we got tune. Let's identify as well the localizer. One more time. We're on the glide slope. Good identification. Speed is good. And we can intercept the ILS. Nav green and glide slope.
1000 level off.
Here's 4,500 gear down,
Gear
flaps
down.
20.
Flaps 20. Gears down, green light.
Glide slope green, missed approach altitude 4,500 set. That's good. Speed is low, correcting.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Okay, flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check. Flaps.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25. Ignition.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters. 1018. Set and cross-checked. Landing checklist completed.
Checks. 188.
Cabin ready.
Thank you. About 2 minutes to land. Okay, we're not getting any DME, and I doubt we're getting the markers as well, so we'll just wing it. Anyway, despite the reduced visibility, we kind of visual with the area here. So worst comes to worst, our plan is to go around with the river here. Hong Kong Tower made a LL7 for heavy on final runway 13 and requesting the fire brigade to examine us on the runway upon landing before we taxi to the run. Clear to land 13, Mayday LL7 for heavy. Yep, runway in sight. Because of our high speed, we may hear some EGPWS. So because we have a very high rate of descent because of this high speed.
1,000.
So we have it briefed. That's me.
Approaching minimums.
Little high correcting. And I'm going to turn away from this building, which I don't think exists in real life.
500.
Pull up.
Roger that. That's an interesting place to put a building.
Don't sink. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull
Go
up.
around.
Pull up.
50.
Pull up.
Flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
Body rate, gear up. We'll just maintain the heading.
Gears up.
IGS autopilot on. And Mayday LL74 heavy, going around. Departure Mayday LL74 heavy, going around runway 13 for another attempt, the same approach. Okay, maintaining heading 140 for now. And we don't need to do noise abatement anymore, so we'll clean up. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
And we'll stay on flaps 1, IAS, and we're climbing. There's no reason to accelerate past that. Let's do climb. Okay, we'll climb to 8,000 and advise when ready for the approach. Allow 7-4 heavy. Okay, 15.5, 15.5. We're on the radial one. 3.6 almost. We just need to pull it a little bit. And I'm talking about the tail of the RMI here. Make a quick announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, first officer, we had a problem during landing. We'll go for another attempt. Thanks for patience. After takeoff checklist, gear, lever. Off, landing and logo light checked, ignition checked, seat belts, no smoking, check, pack, open, fuel heat checked, after takeoff checklist complete. Eight miles and we're just continuing to gain some altitude. Previous briefing is still valid, we'll take it. And let's try again, exactly the same thing. Let's turn back to the VOR. Everything should be set.
Level off.
7 for 8,000. Okay, debrief. What can we do this time? I will start the turn earlier than to try to get aligned earlier. There's a building over there that's disturbing. It shouldn't be there. It wouldn't be there in real life. The approach lights are not there. So we'll have to kind of judge it on our own, which makes it very difficult. But we'll do what we can. Just an earlier judgment so we don't overturn the runway like we did this time. Otherwise the rest was okay. We'll just try to duplicate. Since we burned some gas, maybe let's we'll kindly ask the flight engineer to get us new performance for landing. And we gained a couple of knots. Oh, my bad. Back to 8,000. Alt cell was not selected. So everything should be set. 151. Getting close to the station. Maybe another factor I should have taken more into account is the crosswind from the right that pushes me. So whatever I think is the good time to turn, I should make it earlier. Bit of a southern wind, so we'll correct for it. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Still have good reading on the localizer. A little slow correcting. You know, I'm not sure. I think I want all the boost pumps on for landing, just in case. Probably should have done it sooner as well. Okay, give it another go. That's a tough approach.
Glide slope alive.
Checks. Let's descend to 6,000. It says per ATC, but we'll clear ourselves to that. Make the descent later a little bit easier. Yeah, that's a good rate. Getting closer to the turning point. Let's see, flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
And 1,000 to go. There it is, heading. 111.9. We can set this to 4,500. And 088. And identify. Good. Athens, prepare about 5 minutes for landing. We got good glide slope, good localizer. Good steady descent, forelock. Localizer live. Localizer green. We can intercept the glide slope. Approaching 4,500. This can go to 088. And ILS. 4,500 set for the miss, glide slope, and localizer green. Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 20.
Flaps 20. Gears down. Green light.
Tower Mayday set LL 74 heavy. Clear to land final runway 13. Clear to land 13 and verify again. Fire Brigade is ready to inspect us. Thank you. And Tao, just confirm, when we went around the other time, did you see anything burning on us? No, thank you, that's a good sign. Flaps 25, speed 186, landing
Flaps
checklist.
25.
Landing gear down and check. Down check. Flaps 25 set. Ignition. Flight start on all engines. Anti-skid check. Altimeters 1018. Cross checked. Landing checklist complete. And same place where the wind's shifting a little bit. Speed a little high, correcting.
One thousand.
1000, stabilize, runway in sight. Landing.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Again, turning away from this building over here.
500.
500, stable.
Don't sink.
GPWS disregard. And I guess we'll start turning.
Sink rate. Pull up. Sink rate. Sink rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Check reverse.
Speed brakes up, reverse normal. Manual
Auto
braking,
brake off.
out of
Check
reverse.
reverse. Out, off, reverse. 60 knots.
Tower Mayday LL74 Heavy stopped on the runway, waiting to be inspected. Copy, understand, no fire. Request taxi to parking. Cancel emergency. Thank you very much. Man, that was an ugly landing, but yeah, I felt like putting it down this time. It was still an overshoot, but less than before. And that building again was stuck in the middle. I just don't see how I can do it any cleaner than this, to be honest. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. That was a really ugly landing. I think it was all that building that's not realistic, but I hope I'm not making too many excuses. Anyway, I'll take it. We'll take a look at the replay in a bit. Oh, of course I forgot the steering. And clean up.
Flaps up.
And since we don't have APU this time, we would have to turn off all the engines except for engine 4 and keep that one on for until we are connected to the GPU. Anyway, am I super happy about the landing? No. Um, but it got us down in one piece, and we'll take it. The first one was definitely a good decision to go around. The second one, still, the judgment here is so weird. I don't know if it's like if it was like that in real life, but that was a one hard approach. But let me know what you guys think, guys. After landing checklist.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Arm.
Auto brakes.
Off.
Ignition.
Off.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
We will check that because we're still taxiing.
Flaps.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Stabilizer trim.
Hold on.
Oh, that's right.
7 units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector. Let's see.
I
Manual.
always forget that one.
Aft cargo heat. Off. APU. Check. Checklist completed.
And Tower Lal 7 Power Heavy, I know we're still with you. Can you advise the ground personnel to not approach the airplane until the chocks and GPU are connected? Since our APU caught on fire, we won't be turning it on. We will just turn off engines 1, 2, and 3 and leave engine number 4 on until GPU is connected. Did you copy? Very good, thank you. Anyway, yeah, this approach was as stable as can be, to be honest. I'm happy about most of the approach. The lineup to the landing, again, a bit too late. I think it led to a rough landing, but still within the criteria. It was on the runway, roughly a little bit left on center line, and within the touchdown zone, definitely. So I'll take it. This is not the time to look for the perfect landing. But yeah, we'll take it anyway. We'll take the same parking we were left out of and get some replays, and then shut off the airplane and talk to maintenance, see what they want to do. Maybe it will come down to just MELing the APU, taking some actions, not even deplaning, but just go ahead to Israel with the APU deactivated completely. We'll see what they have to say once they take a look. We'll need a new release, we'll need to refuel, we need to inspect the landing gear and some things in the wing, because it was also an overweight landing and a pretty hard one at that. But let's see, maybe a short inspection and some deactivating of the APU is all we need, so we don't need the hassle of unloading the passengers. Once we figure it out, we'll tell the flight attendants what to do. We might even we might tell them to just serve the meal in the airplane. We'll see. There's plenty of options. The meal that they were supposed to serve in the air, they can just serve it on the ground while maintenance is doing their checks and deactivation. It's gonna take some time anyway. But and then once we take off, we might just need to. Anyway, we need to wait at least an hour and like 10 minutes because of the brake cooling, because the brakes got overheated. So yeah, plenty of things to worry about. But before all that, let's just get this thing parked, check the replay, and shut it down. Parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Set. Let's take a look. And again, I'm sorry in advance. See, I was a bit timid about that turn. I should have turned to begin with a greater bank, and then I wouldn't be needing to make this correction so close to the ground. Ooh. Wow. Okay, that was really close. Anyway, am I happy about this approach and landing? No. But that's it for us. I'm gonna take it, and you guys don't have to be too happy about it. Let's take a look at the first one. That would be the first approach. So we can see this was way off, and that's the go around. Okay, you gotta admit, at least it looks nice. And that's the one we actually landed at. All right. Now, let's see about that shutting down thing everybody keeps talking about.
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on. Cockpit to ground. Connect ground power.
Chocks are on.
Okay, chocks on. Ground power
Connected.
is connected. Let's verify that it looks good. It does. Ground power connected. We can. Let's see. Did I miss anything? No, just let's end these things. I guess we lied because we didn't turn anything off until they. So what we should have done is do this, and then just wait for them to connect the GPU. And now, since they are connected, we can now turn off engine 4. Cool. Alright guys, I learned something from this. I hope you guys did too. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of sick of this approach by now. After drilling it for so long. Let me know what you thought. Thoughts, comments, requests. I mean, bashes. Just do it in a civil way, and then you can bash me, because it was far from the most beautiful approach ever. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for joining me. And let's call for maintenance and see what they have to say. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next flight. Maybe I'll make footage of this next flight, make another video. We'll see. Anyway, I got a lot of phone calls to make, starting with seeing how the passengers are doing. Bye-bye.
Cabin crew, disarm slides.